Continue with the Sakhis of Kabir, the poem 14, Heroism. Now has come the time when she has obtained her heart's desire. How could a Sati fear death when she has taken the cinder box in her hand? The death which the world dreads is joy for me. When shall I die? When shall I behold the one whose plenitude and joy supreme, climbing the pyra? The Sati calls and cries, listen, O my friend, my son. All the people, our passers-by, have gone away. Only you and I remain at the end. He through the shaft gave a roar, and the wounded cries ever louder. Yet smitten by the Sabda, Kabir fell silent on the spot. The Sabda is the Satguru's arrow. Smitten by the Sabda, Kabir fell silent on the spot. Joy-giving is the blow of that shaft, which, when it hits, just draws a sigh. I am the slave of that Guru who can withstand the Sabda's blow. Hiding in a corner, you won't be saved. Listen, O foolish soul, Kabir, die on the open field, waging war on your senses. Cowardice will not save you. Be resolute and brave, throwing away the armor of air, away the spear of prayer. Kabir, enter the battlefield. A brave soldier never holds back. Faithful to his master, he fights constantly in his presence. 11 is huzur. The Arabic word huzur means presence. Huzur. The gallant soldier fights on every side. To fight on one alone is not yet gallantry. Kabir, for that bravery none will sing his praise. Kabir, he is the true hero who fights with his own mind. Knocking down the 5-foot soldiers, he puts duality to flight. All hesitation left me when I fell in love with Ari. Lust and anger I challenged to a fight in the open battlefield. Lust and anger I challenged to a fight in the open battlefield. That gallant soldier deserves praise, who fights out of love for his master. Rather will he be hacked to pieces than flee from the battlefield. The gallant soldier does not flee the field. He fights between the two armies. Care for life or death he has banished from his soul. The cowards keep boasting, but the brave boast not. Only through their deeds may you judge on whose face the light falls. Kabir, towards that house of love, the path is rough and impassable. Cut off your head, put it under your feet if you wish to taste love's flavor. Cutting my head, I made the weight. With my life I bought a full serve of love. Let him who wishes take it. Such is the price I set for love. When the brave warrior cuts off his own head, renouncing all hope for life joyfully, how he advances to meet his servant. The bhakti of Ram is hard to obtain. It is not for cowards. Sever your head with your own hands and then invoke Ram's name. The bhakti of Ram is hard to attain. The bhakti of Ram is hard to obtain. It is like the edge of a sword. Hesitant are cut asunder, but the resolute pass over. Kabir, when the diamond was offered for sale, it fetched a fantastic price. Flesh and bones must be dissolved, for this bargain cost a life. If I lose, I'll be like Kari. If I win, I'll carry the day, playing with the Supreme Being. If I lose my life, so be it. As I recall Hari's perfections, I am pierced by so many darts. I am pierced, but I do not flee. Kabir endures the pain. The Sati has gone out of the pyre, her soul fixed on reunion with her spouse. Body and soul he has entrusted to her beloved, and she is one with him or in her heart. The Sati has gone out of the pyre, remembering her Lord's love, and so hearing the Sabda, the soul has gone out, forgetting the body. The Sati has gone out of the pyre, remembering her Lord's love, and so hearing the Sabda, or Sankara, music of the spheres, the soul has gone out, forgetting the body. Losing consciousness of the body. Beating of the wood drums allude to the nada or anahata, sound heard. So in the yogi's body is also compared to thunder or to the trumpet call. Now there's nothing else to fight. No turning back, the house is fire. Dedicating his life to his Lord, let the Genlin banish scare. The drums of the sky resound, and the gongs of war are beaten. The brave soldier roars on the battlefield as the time of his death draws near. Taking in hand the spear, donning the ukrafrobe of the Saha. Mounting the elephant of knowledge, he went forth, and the hero ready to die on the field. Reborn, ready to die, thus also suggest that dying on the battlefield is a form of yoga, a living death. Sahaja Sam Yoga, the peril fit for the determined to die, the battlefield. Go and ask that wounded one why day and night pain keeps awake. He who shoots the arrow will know, and he whom it wounded, the wounded one, goes about entranced. He does not seek a refuge, nothing can save his life, for he bears him but the wound. So high is the tree, the fruit hangs in the sky, the birds died of exhaustion, many wise men died in vain, but the pure fruit was out of reach. Kabir, that house of love is not your aunt's house. With your own hands cut off your head, and then you may enter that house. Love is not grown in the garden. Love is not sold in the market, king or commoner. Whoever craves for it can have it for the price of his life. Ramzi Lisser is the liquor of love, prema, rasa, exquisite to drink. Kabir, it is not easy to obtain, for the liquor seller demands life as its price. Kabir, in that liquor shop of love, many have come to sit. He who pawns his head can drink, otherwise there's nothing doing. Kabir, on that steed of love, with full consciousness, I mounted, taking in hand the sword of wisdom. I struck death a great blow on the head. Let my enemies be as numerous as the stars in the night sky. Let my head be cut off and hung on a stake, even though I will not forget thee. I ask you, O my friend, why don't you burn when you are still alive? After death, the satya will be performed. Why don't you do it while alive? Kabir, Hari is devoted to all, but no one is devoted to Hari. While man is attached to his body, he cannot be truly a servant. Servant is a dasa. The world seeks self-indulgence, but a true servant seeks bhakti. Kabir seeks nothing but Ram, renouncing worldly desires. Do buy Hari at the price of your head. Do not waver. If you buy Hari at the cost of your life, do not think it a bad bargain. The Sati has taken the path of fortitude, surrendering her body and soul. She has applied the Mahala for her husband, and the burning ground sings her praise. End of poem. We are reading the poem. We're reading the poem. Heroism. To be a hero, how to be a hero. Poem 14. From Kabir. Of course, Kabir is always right. What's in volume 2 is the question I have. This is volume 1. Where's volume 2? Kabir. Charlotte Vaudeville.